Well, this game has certainly been played at the tempo in terms of score that would favor Wyoming. They play for the Bridger Rifle in this series. And at halftime, it is 10-3 Utah State. And again, the Aggies begin the third quarter will kick it deep to Wyoming. Austin Conway, who had a 28-yard punt return, which was one of the top offensive plays in the first half for Wyoming. He's back around his own goal line. Dominic Eberle's into the football, and this one is going to bounce once and kick through the end zone. So Wyoming will have it at their own 25. Taylor McGregor, a moment ago, you had a chance to talk to Coach Bowl. What'd you learn?
Yeah, basically exactly what you thought he would say. He was talking about the defense. He said, I'm so proud of those guys. They're holding a very talented quarterback and keeping him off balance. As for offensively, he said, we need to be more efficient. That's the difference in the ball game right now. He said, we should be up 2 scores, guys.
All right, Taylor, and again, it'll be Tyler Vanderwall. We saw Sean Chambers, the true freshman, on the third series of the game. He ran 2 read options, kept the football, picked up 10 yards. The problem was on the second carry, he fumbled. We haven't seen him since. There's an interception to the flat. Rockamore inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Jontrell Rockamore just picked that pass off. It was a little flat throw. The ball wasn't in the air 5 yards. Just a huge error from Vanderwall.
It's a naked boot. Everything starts out. He comes outside, gets a good angle, but just touch. There's nobody out here in the flat with your back. Touch ball. Put some touch on it.
Just get a little air underneath, to your point.
That is it. Just right over the top, up and down. And those are drills you work on daily, getting the ball up and down on screen plays.
Thompson trying to run wide, breaks a tackle, he'll get in the end zone, touchdown. Wyoming hasn't missed many tackles today. He broke 2 or 3, and just like that, Utah State with like gimme touchdown, 15 seconds into the third quarter.
Jimmy is right.
Garrett Kroll had him in the backfield and couldn't get him on the ground. Second rushing touchdown for Thompson. And the extra point is a line drive on through, and it's 14-3.
It's just a strong run. And he comes right, I mean, just keeps the legs churning.
Wingard had a shot at him also.
And I'll tell you what, you look at his size, but his legs and thighs, the strength he has is ridiculous. And that was an attitude finish right there. You were set up by your defense.
Well, you said the strength of the legs. That young man goes 200 pounds. He's from Jenks High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jenks is a big-time power. You know that for years and years. Tulsa Union, Jenks. He squats 560. So he's going to be tough to arm tackle.
And he can front squat over 500 pounds.
Which is ridiculous.
Front squat as well. Like, that's ridiculous strength.
So I think we just did this a moment ago. Austin Conway deep, and once again, Eberle pounds this one almost in the same spot through the end zone.
15 seconds in.
Just a disastrous beginning for Wyoming. And they can't. It's one thing to have negative plays. It's another to have a turnover deep in your own territory. As we discussed all day, they can't score. And
on one that you can ill afford, that on a play that should, it's a safe play.
Safe play.
There's no reason for that to ever end up in a pick. You should throw it over his head before that happens.
Well, here's Sean Chambers. Tyler Vanderwall's out. We'll see what Chambers, the true freshman, can do. This is the only play he's run. Read option. He goes straight ahead for about 5.
Sean Chambers, the quarterback, keeping straight ahead.
He's going to be concerned with ball security moving forward after losing the football earlier.
They list him at 215, but he looks thicker than that. Good size, good strength, as you see by how tough he runs.
He's trying to get the language out, evidently in the huddle, and you could just tell by how long they were standing in the huddle that he was having trouble, I'm guessing, articulating the play.
Well, listen,
there's a lot on your play. Your quarterback. Yeah. Take us through that.
I'm just think about this. When you're running scout team and you're looking like an all-world guy, they're coming up to you holding up cards. There's no verbiage going on. All you're saying to your guys is on one-on-one. Ready? And then you go. But when you got to call an offense and you got to put a formation together with a package and you got to do all these things off your wristband and do it in a timely fashion so everybody knows what they can do, it's a different deal. When that play clock is running, it's a different deal, and you just have to get reps. You just have to get in there and get reps at getting it done.
So Sean Chambers on second down, call it 6, gives to Nico Evans, and he's going to slither for about 5 yards. It'll be a yard shy.
I think just the ability of Sean Chambers to run, so you got to look at Brett Vegan up here, the offensive coordinator. His ability to run really makes a defense play it straight up. You've got another weapon back there that can use
his legs. He's going to keep it, and there's the strength. He was tackled initially 2 yards in the backfield, but he carried Tipa Nalei for a couple of yards to get the first down. Well, look where they spotted it now. I think
that's a first down. They
moved it back. I still think they're going to have enough because the ball intersects that 35-yard line, and that's what they had to get it to.
And it's actually a poor spot as well, but it's still enough.
It's still enough because you just have to eclipse that line. So now 3 out of 10 on third down for Wyoming. And this was a missed time.
Everybody's voice is different, so that's another thing you got to deal with. How he inflects when he's trying to use a cadence.
Ball start, offense number 80, 5-yard penalty, first down.
There's a lot of things you see right there.
It's going to be right in front. Now it's James Price in the slot. Got going a little early.
He had him lined up like an H-back with his hand down.
Chambers called it, said he's a strong dude. And he's listed at 215. He's run like he's 240.
He is. He's a little thicker than that. You can see his legs. He's a big kid and has a good burst there.
Gage Ferguson, DJ Williams had to combine to kind of slow him down, but they got 10 on 1st and 15. Maybe even 11. Call it 2nd and 4. We've yet to see Chambers put it up. 14-3 Utah State. Fake the jet sweep. Straight ahead. First down. To midfield and beyond. To the 49 of Utah State. So Chambers give him a little bit of life. Shaq Bond will get credit for the tackle.
And I think, again, with his ability to run and be explosive, because this is explosive right here. Watch the read. And watch him hit this hole. That's a really good job by Caden Jackson right there to gobble up Chris Jansen. And he runs right through and carries Rockemore for a few more yards. You see all the hats on him.
Caden Jackson, that initial block on Chris Jansen, was good.
Good job, D.
Evans gets rejected in the hole by Chris Jansen. 2nd and 9. Well, the head coach, Craig Bohl, knows quarterbacks. How about these two? Carson Wentz, who was his big star at North Dakota State, went 2nd in the draft, and you know what he's doing in Philadelphia. And then last year, Josh Allen went 7th overall. Back-to-back top 10 quarterbacks for awesome. Coach Bohl. Chambers, there's not much there this time.
I just don't see why, you know, for a lot of kids, why this wouldn't be a place you'd want to come and run a pro-style offense. Because if your goal is if your goal is just to go to college and play and be done after that, you can go anywhere. But if you want to try to play on the next level in multiple formations and multiple responsibilities, this is a great place to come as a quarterback. You're under center, you're in the shotgun, you're doing all these different things that you're going to do at the next level.
And there's so many quarterbacks in college now that have never taken a snap under center. 3rd and 8, and Chambers is going to come to run again. And he moves the pile to the 41. He's going to be short by about 2 yards. And now you're down 11, clock moving, 10-14, 10-13 to go third quarter. Do you play field position or do you please the crowd and go for it? Well, here comes the punting unit.
They've kind of been able to run the way they wanted to and get what they wanted with Chambers. I do like his ability to run. We've yet to see him put it up in the air, but I love his decision-making in the rushing attack.
This is Ryan Galovich. And he takes a little something off. So Utah State at their own 13-yard line when we come back. 17-3, Utah State. Mountain West football on AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Wyoming Toyota Dealers. Visit your Wyoming Toyota dealers today. And by Bojo's, Colorado-style pizza. Dine in or take out a legendary mountain pie today. Visit bojos.com. T-shirt weather in Laramie in late October. Gotta love it. Utah State up 17-3. They have the Rock at their own 13-yard line. And Thompson with a big opening. And he's out to the 29. Darwin Thompson, both touchdowns today. 56-yarder and a 3-yarder. Cash Malawia with the tackle. And again, it's Thompson. Andrew Wingard made the tackle. Haven't seen Love throw it yet in the second half because they had the very short field after the interception on the first play of the second half. And it's now 4 straight runs to start the second half. Jordan Love, who came in having completed 67% of his passes for over 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns, 3 picks, 10 of 25 in the first half.
Yeah, not your typical Jordan Love numbers. Just wasn't able to get anything going, and a lot of that credit goes to the front 4.
And it's just basically been the front 4. They blitzed a couple of times, but the down 4 and the rush 4 here have gotten it done. Throw it in the flat, Thompson, and this is spread out nicely by Epps. Marcus Epps, and he got help from the Mike backer Logan Wilson. One of the reasons NFL scouts like number 30 is at 250 pounds, he can really run.
He runs like a DB. But this is just an exceptional job by Epps. He gets cut, but watch him get up. He doesn't stay blocked in it. And as your coach, I'm sure you heard it. It's okay to get blocked, but you better not stay blocked. He gets up off the cut block and forces Thompson out of bounds along with Logan Wilson.
And Wyoming's defense has done everything you could ask. Conway back at his own 20, trying to make a big play, and they get it out to the 35. 17-3, Utah State. Midway, third quarter. The Aggies 5-1, trying to improve to 6-1, and the Aggie defense has been overshadowed this year by their prolific offense. But make no mistake, they're very sound defensively. In fact, they've held the opposition to 31% on third downs. They've not allowed a 100-yard rusher this year. In fact, the longest carry against them has been 26 yards, and that was on a blown assignment against Michigan State in the opener. And today, yeah, Wyoming is struggling offensively, but Utah State has something to do with that also.
Yeah, they're being helped with their struggles. You see the interception there by Rockmore, but led by linebacker David Woodward, who's got 12 tackles and a forced fumble on the day.
Nico Evans, not much, just a yard. Taylor McGregor, what are you up to?
Yeah, you guys, Keith Patterson absolutely firing up this sideline to his defensive guys. He said hey, we have the chance to become a championship defense today, and that means being consistent and remember your training. In reference to that interception, he goes, let's go out there and do that series again, and everyone on the sideline visually excited, guys.
Yeah, they have forced 16 turnovers this year. They've been in the end zone as a defense 3 times. Here's Chambers. He picks up about 4. They'll set up 3rd down and 5 or 6. Maybe he got about 3 yards here. He has 47 yards rushing now. Already, even though Chambers only played a handful of snaps, said he's their leading rusher. But at some point, he's going to have to put the ball in the air.
He will. And I like what he brings in the rushing attack. I'm eager to see him put it up.
What it looks like.
I want to see what it looks like, because then I could get excited.
You may see it here, double slot, or maybe not. They're going to give it to Evans. He's got a huge opening. Evans, flip side of the 50, 43-yard line of Utah State. 1st down, Wyoming. Who said throw the football?
I think it was that Drew Goodman guy.
David Woodward made the tackle eventually.
And again, with the threat of the quarterback run here, you have to honor his motion. So anytime anything flashes across him, and you see they pull the guard. Caden Jackson does a nice job. Fort does a good job down the field holding off his defender.
Make the jet sweep. Nifty little move. Chambers. He's still going. To the 30-yard line. 1st down, Wyoming. Back-to-back carries. So Chambers has given them life.
Now, this is intended to go inside, but look at the natural instincts take over. And he bounces this thing. That's a great instinct.
Is this a young Josh Allen? When Allen first arrived, California kid, right? Not heavily recruited. Allen ran the ball a lot more than he threw it. And as that evolved, he was really a two-way threat. Misdirection, and they'll get a couple of yards with Bigelow. Dalton Baker made the tackle.
He's a guy that's played a ton of football. Really good player. And they're just loaded at those end spots.
Well, they returned 18 starters from a year ago. 9 on offense, 9 on defense. Evans, and there's nothing there. He stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And Baker's involved along with Adewale, number 55.
You see him screaming to the sidelines, trying to encourage his guys and keep them fired up.
Now it's 3rd and 10. Again, it's 17-3. Utah State, 4:42, clock moving. Quickly moving 3rd quarter. Chambers looks to throw. And he was way over the head of Price, almost like he thought Price was going to run a corner route, and he broke the route off.
He did, and I think Price kind of misread. If the DB's underneath you, you got to carry that vertically. And the DB got a little bit behind him, and he snapped it off downhill. And that's one of those ones where you got a young quarterback, you do the most simple thing for him.
47-yard attempt by Cooper Roth. And this one bends through. Had a little draw on it, so Cooper Roth with another field goal. It has still been since late September the last time Wyoming has scored an offensive touchdown. 17-6. 17-6 Utah State. And today's game summary is brought to you by Wrangler. Here's what we know, that on the ground, Utah State, despite a prolific throwing attack, they have good balance typically, and they have scored both on the ground today. They've averaged 52 points a game basically this year. They've been held to 17, but their defense held Wyoming to 2 field goals from Cooper Roth. This is returnable for Scarver. And Savon Scarver with it open.
Night. It's over.
It is over. He's the fastest guy on the football field. He's going to take it 100 yards. Touchdown, Utah State. Savon Scarver, the sophomore from Las Vegas. I think that was a touchdown in flag football.
I don't believe he was touched. And wow, you don't kick it out of the end zone. This is what can happen when you got a guy like that back there. And once he got to that sideline and put that stride in cruise control, it was over.
Well, they have scored in a variety of ways this year. That is their 7th touchdown this year that was not scored on offense.
It's one of the tops in the nation.
Yep. They score on teams. They score on defense. And this was... He runs 100, I'm sure, in the mid-10s.
But look at how many players are inside the hashes right now. So the lane integrity outside was completely botched.
No, but nobody came within 4 yards of him.
Literally.
At any point.
Flag football, I don't care what it was. He's scoring here.
Yeah, close proximity football, and you're down. He still wasn't down.
And right once he gets there, now he's just cruise control. And then he's gonna, I win the race. He hit the tape on it.
He hit the tape, got the chest across. Savon Scarver, 100 yards, and now it is 24-6 Utah State. Scarver is an interesting kid statistically this year. He has 4 catches coming in for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. So basically about half the time he touches it, he gets to celebrate. And now Wyoming with basically 19 minutes left in regulation. And they're down 18 points.
Way to fly, guys. Way to fly down there. Way to fly, partner. Way to work it, Cam. Way to work it, baby.
Sean Chambers has given them some life. He's moved it exclusively on the ground. He's attempted only 1 pass. And he goes right to the line of scrimmage. Tyler Vanderwall to a pick on the first play of the second half. And since then, it's been all Chambers. He's going to go play action here. Gets it in the flat, safe throw. And he's got a first down to his tight end, Tyree Mayfield. And Semi-Bena knocked him out of bounds. But a safe throw, a confidence builder.
And the same play that got him in trouble at the start of this half. Exact same play. Not as much pressure out in the face, but completion nonetheless. You get Mayfield for a nice gainer.
And now zone read. They give it to Evans. Good cut by Evans. Another good cut. And he gets 9 or 10.
So you can't just hammer down on the edges and not account for your quarterback now. You've got to slow play that. And you can't react as fast as they normally have. This is a nice cut. Good job outside by Fort.
Good block on Rockamore. Finally brought down by Kevin Metzenheimer. They give him 9 yards, 2nd and a yard. 8 in the box, and they'll run Chambers. And I don't know if he got there. He got stood up.
Might need to be a little more patient on that to allow his 2 pullers to get there. He almost beat them to the spot.
There's going to have to be at some point now a little more urgency, though, offensively. It's 3rd down. I'm still spotting the football. Well, they're going to measure this. It didn't look from up here that he got it. Pretty good spot though. Still short. So they'll go out of the gun on third down.
Couple of good options here with the zone read.
And Evans breaks through. He's got a blocker. Evans could go. He will. No flags. Touchdown, Wyoming. It has been a while. Nico Evans on third and short. Bus one. 53 yards. Their first offensive touchdown in 3 weeks.
I just kept waiting for him to plant that right foot and make that final cut to turn upfield. And then once he did, he turned on the Jets. But having someone in there that makes you be responsible for him. See the hesitation right there on the edge by Nalei. Doesn't allow him to collapse down because he wants to tackle Chambers in the backfield.
Gage Ferguson with a missed tackle right there. And then all Nico Evans saw was that beautiful building in the end zone, right beyond the end zone, that houses the football program here. Nico Evans, 5th rushing touchdown this year. So he'd been bottled up pretty much all afternoon, and he just busted that one for 53 yards. 4 plays, 75-yard drive, and the senior gives Wyoming new life, 24-13, with 2:37 to go in the third quarter. Evans now 22 carries, 120 yards, the first back to go over 100 yards against Utah State this year. The 25-yard line for Utah State after the touchback.
Yeah, Chambers has brought some life and some spark to this Wyoming team offensively. They were looking for it. They were looking for something to just kind of
It's been
bump him over the edge.
primarily with his legs. You know, the game hasn't been too big for him, though. You always look at that. How wide-eyed is a freshman? Out to the 30-yard line on that first down carry. Gerald Bright tackled by Carl Granderson.
Shows you how well the big fella runs.
Trips into the boundary, and they keep it on the ground. Bright, no gain. Penetration. Andrew Wingard, Cash Malawia. Goes by Dewey. Old neighbor when he was growing up in Texas. Couldn't say his name. Called him Dewey, deep shot, and that's going to be interference on number 9, Tyler Hall. That's the first throw down the football field from Jordan Love.
Flag on the pass field. Interference, defense, number 9, 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Didn't even need to do it. All he had to do was keep running, turn and run. Turn and run right here. Like, there's no reason to push him out of bounds. That's 15 yards downfield. Don't put your hands, just turn. Just turn to the quarterback and don't touch him. Turn and run. And then you're in a good spot. That ball's not going to be caught.
Turn and run while you angle your body, kind of forcing him.
But there's no reason to even get to that point where you throw a forearm on him.
Run the football for a couple of yards. Second down and 8. Again, it's Gerald Bright from Escambia High School in Pensacola. If that high school rings a bell, it ought to. Remember one Emmitt Smith? A Florida Gator, Dallas Cowboy, the Hall of Famer, went to Escambia High School. A couple yards there, Logan Wilson and Malawia combined to bring him down. 3rd and 6.
Tell you, if this was a situation where they had Dax Raymond, they would absolutely allow him to work on Dewey in man-to-man coverage.
You have a great tight end, you know this. It's a security blanket for a quarterback in this particular down and distance, isn't it?
False start. Offense number 76. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
So now it goes from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11. Roman Andrus. See him come out of his stance. Little Rock. Down the middle and nearly intercepted, and that was off target.
Way off target. Like, he's not been his normal accurate self.
And not even close today.
No, this ball is a middle read. The ball needs to come out earlier than he throws it, and it should come right off of the ear here. And it's late and high.
Elijah Burton, Halliburton, I should say. Kind of shocked that
actually, why not take the
there.
comeback outside? Because there's a lot of people inside. This has not been one of Jordan Love's typical type games.
Wyoming player down in the secondary. The jersey scrunched up. I think it's 9 Tyler Hall. It is. What'd you like here, Seth?
I like, you have middle read here, so if you get any kind of leverage inside and they leave you manned up right here, watch the route they have outside. They've got a comeback outside. I like this much better. As soon as that middle read goes inside, the leverage player comes with him. Look out here. Look what you got. Wide open, one-on-one, man-v-man situation where you can move the sticks. And a clear throw. Clear throwing lane, all the above.
Taylor Heinze is going to punt the football. And he keeps it away from Conway, who basically catches it out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Wyoming at their own 12, 24-13. Nico Evans, there wasn't much room to run in the first half. And he kind of found a few yards there. But most importantly for Nico Evans, on a 3rd and short in their last possession, he was able to bust one.
Good stiff arm. He's shown a lot of ability. Even on the tough runs, he's trying to finish strong and down a hill. And finally able to break loose.
Wyoming's got themselves right back in this football game. Evans with a burst across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Tipa Nalei will get up last again. That may be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 5 seconds left, and Chambers realizes that now, and they'll walk to their sideline. So Wyoming, with that touchdown run by Evans, they're in this football game on homecoming with heavily favored Utah State. 24-13, final chapter in regulation to come.